There is no greater challenge than climate change on how we in the United Kingdom reach net zero emissions.
But what does net zero mean, and how can we achieve it? Net zero refers to the balance between the greenhouse gases we put into the atmosphere and the amount we take back out. And achieving it requires us to change familiar behaviors, including how we travel, heat our homes, and what we eat and buy. But knowing what needs to change and actually changing it are two very different things. My name is Samira Hiesl. I'm a PhD student and behavior scientist studying how we can achieve this behavior change to prevent the severe consequences of climate change. My research has shown that the right policies can be powerful drivers of behavior change, but I also found that it's important to match the policy to the specific barriers of the target behavior and needs of different subpopulations, to enable behavior change through infrastructure and system changes, and to balance effectiveness of policies with acceptability. Because policies only work when people support them. And while most people agree that policies are essential, that support drops sharply when specific policies are proposed. Because people have real concerns, and I've heard them directly.
Much greater public education is needed to help people understand the basic science.
My only concern is that these policies have a negative impact on those who cannot afford them.
Grants need to cover more of the costs, and government need to take responsibility for this. The benefits for the government are huge when you take into account the associated costs from poorly heated homes.
So this is what my research is focused on now. Helping people understand the real co-benefits of net zero, like cleaner air and better health, to build support for essential net zero policies that enable necessary behavior change to achieve net zero. I also hope to communicate these findings with government departments so they can design policies that are fair and effective. Because when people and policy work together, we can tackle the biggest challenge of our time, achieving net zero, and in doing so, building a better world for everyone.